and welcome to Crime Alley Comics. I want to get started tonight by shouting out a few channels. We've got some great channels in the comic book community, and so I just wanted to make notice of a few people. Metarog just reached over 1,000 subscribers, and he's got a great channel, and I'm sure everybody that's watching this video has probably been on Metarog's channel. He's a wealth of information. He just knows. I learn so much from him every time I watch a video, and he does, the comic book community contests. He does the roundup for that, and he's just a great member of the community. And I just want to congratulate him tonight on getting 1,000 plus subscribers. Now, he credits that to another great community member of the comic book community, and that is Comics with Bueller. I guess Bueller did a video a few nights back. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know exactly when he done it, but I'm sure everybody here is aware of Comics with Bueller. He has a great channel as well, and I guess he mentioned the other night that Metarog was getting close to 1,000 subscribers. And so he put it out there, for people to go and sub Metarog up, and boom, next thing you know, he had like 80 more subscribers. So that's just awesome. And like I said, Comics with Bueller, he's a great channel as well. I think he started around the same time I did, and so did Metarog. And but Bueller, he's up in the thousands. I think he's over 9,000 subscribers now. And he has just done great, and I'm so happy for him on account of that. And so I wanted to shout those guys out. And a couple others I want to shout out is Rayman the Silencer Man. He does some awesome videos where he goes to the flea market, and he picks up some great deals at the flea market. So you ought to check his channel out because he's got some great stuff too. And Joker68, he's a great member of the community. He's not making videos right now. He's been ill, and I'm sure most of you out there know who Joker68 is. But if you don't, you ought to go sub him up because he's great. And he like I said, he's not made any videos for quite some time because of his illness. But I just wanted to shout him out because he's a great member of the community. You see him in the chats. You see him a lot of places. So he may not be making videos right now, but Joker, we all love you, and we just want everybody to recognize who you are and how great a member of the community you are. So, it's time for episode 27 of the comic book spotlight video. About forgot where I was at. Anyway, so episode number 27, Comic Book Artist Spotlight. Tonight's spotlight is on Greg Capullo. And I'm sure most of you know him, especially if you're a Batman fan, because he's done a lot of work with Batman over the last several years. But he's also done a lot with Marvel back in the 90s and so on. And so I've got some books here to show you tonight, and I just want to go over a little bit of what Greg Capullo is all about. Gregory is his full first name. Capullo was born March the 30th of 1962. And he is an American comic book artist and penciler, best known for his work on Quasar from 1991 to 1992, X-Force from 1992 to 1993, Angela 1994, and Spawn 1993 to 2000, and then from 2003 to 2004, and Batman from 2011 to 2016. He also published his own creator-owned comic, The Creech, published through Image Comics. These were 2 3-issue miniseries. Apart from comics, Capullo has been involved in several projects, such as penciling for the Iced Earth albums, The Dark Saga, and Something Wicked This Way Comes. Also, the Korn the Korn album, Follow the Leader, and the Disturbed animated sequence in the 2002 film The Dangerous Lives of Altar Boys. All right, so that's a good start, I think. So in his early life, let me set this over here. Greg Capullo began drawing at an early age and remembered that he drew his first drawing of Batman when he was only 4 years old. His preference for Batman persisted into his adulthood, with his favorite DC comic graphic novel being Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. He decided he wanted to be a professional artist early in life, having been influenced by creators such as John Buscema, Neil Adams, Gene Colan, and Gil Kane. He also was influenced by artists outside of comics such as painter Frank Frazetta, animator Chuck Jones, and Mad Magazine caricaturist Mort Drucker. Capullo's first comic work was a published called Gore Shriek, which I've never heard of, which was picked up and published by a comic book store in Albany, New York, called Fantico Enterprises. Gore Shriek was a horror comic book specifically labeled not intended for children because of the violence and graphic nature of it. Due to the success of the small comic series, when it had ended, Capullo began work for Marvel Comics, where he worked on Quasar and X-Force and What If. He worked with Marvel Comics for 3 years on various works before moving on to other publications and projects with different companies. Briefly after Capullo had started working with Marvel, he had begun smaller independent projects away from the company. He had started involvement with separate labels and anyone who would hire him for miscellaneous odd jobs that needed completion. Todd McFarlane, who had left Marvel to co-found Image Comics, noticed Capullo's work on X-Force and convinced him to become the penciler on McFarlane's comic Spawn. Capullo's first issue of the book was number 16, then took over as penciler with issue 26. Capullo has since done the cover art and pencils for many Image publications, including various Spawn tie-ins and variants, and Capullo's own miniseries, The Creech. Capullo helped McFarlane in creating the artwork now seen on the 2 Halo 3-themed controllers. In February 2007, Image Comics published The Art of Greg Capullo, a hardcover book showcasing Capullo's artwork, ranging from widely recognized cover art to unknown, never-released pencils, early submissions, samples, and personal sketches. Capullo provided layouts for Image's Haunt, which debuted in October of 2009. The pencils for the layout were done by Ryan Ottley up until issue 6, when Greg Capullo then took over penciling for the series and became the regular penciler, with inks done by Todd McFarlane. And after the 2010s, in 2011, Capullo left the ongoing Haunt title in order to take on the art duties on Batman as part of DC Comics' 2011 company-wide title relaunch, The New 52, which paired him with writer Scott Snyder. The two created work together on the series for 5 years. creating a number of critically and fan-acclaimed stories and reinventing classic characters for DC then new continuity. Capullo is responsible for the art on Five Fingered Death Punch, The Wrong Side of Heaven, and The Righteous Side of Hell, Volume 1, and The Wrong Side of Heaven and The Righteous Side of Hell, Volume 2, plus the first single, Lift Me Up. And he has also done artwork for heavy metal bands, Iced Earth and Disturbed. In 2013, he was named on IGN's list of the best tweeters in comics for his invigoratingly aggressive posts on Twitter. In April 2016, Snyder and Capullo's time on the Batman solo series ended with issue 51, and the series was relaunched with Tom King writing in May. A lot of information on Greg Capullo. In October 2016, Capullo revealed that he was working on a project that he described as very Batman-centric and very rock and roll. That December, he revealed that he signed a new contract with DC Comics. Dark Nights Metal was announced at Fan Expo Dallas in April 2017. The series' first issue was released in June of the same year and featured a reunion between Capullo and Snyder. Capullo drew all 6 issues of the series, which concluded in March of 2018. Shortly before the release of the last issue of Metal, DC announced that Capullo would join Snyder for his Black Label book, The Last Night on Earth, replacing the previously announced Sean Gordon Murphy. Capullo drew variant covers for the 2018 Justice League Dark series for the first 4 issues. He also provided a variant cover for Snyder's The Batman Who Laughs miniseries, a spin-off of their Metal event. Capullo drew Snyder's 8-page story for Detective Comics 1000 issue, which was the first in the book. He also provided the 2010's variant cover. In February of 2019, the cover to the first issue of The Last Night on Earth was revealed. And in March, the first color interiors for the book was revealed at WonderCon. Though Capullo frequently shared art in various stages of development on his social media. So that's most of what I have for Greg Capullo. I will let you know some of the books that he has worked on. For Marvel, we'll start with Marvel. He did What If #2 in 1989. Avengers Spotlight #39 in 1990. Quasar #18 through 25, #27 through 39 from 1991 to 1992. X-Force #15 through 26 in 1992 to 1993. Strifus Strike File #1, 1993. X-Men Unlimited #1, also in 1993. Then for DC, he's done Batman Volume 2, 0 through 11, 13 through 17, 19 through 27, 29 through 33, 35 through 43, 45 through 48, and 50 and 51. That was from 2011 to 2016. Batman Endgame's Director's Cut #1. That was from 2016. Dark Knight Metals #1 through 6 from 2017 to 2018. Batman Volume 3 #50 in 2018. Swamp Thing Halloween Giant #1 in 2018. Detective Comics 1000 story Batman's Longest Case in 2019. Batman's Last Night on Earth, number 1 through 3, 2019, and Batman Death of the Family Saga Essential Edition, new cover, 2019. And then for Image Comics, I will give you that too. Spawn 16 through 20, 26 through 36, 39, 41, 43, 45, 47, 49 through 75, 78 through 100, and 193, 199 through 200, and he did covers for 300 and 301. And that spanned all the way from 1993 to 2019. He also did covers for Violators 1 through 3 in 1994. I'm sorry, I said covers. He did artwork for those. All the ones I've just talked about, he did artwork for. May have done the covers, but not necessarily. But he did do some interior art on those too. Angela, number 1 through number 3, 1994. The Creech, number 1 through 3, 1997. Haunt, 1 through 5. He did the layouts only, and 6 through 18. And Reborn, number 1 through 6, 2016 to 2017. Now, as for cover art, just cover art, he did Green Lantern, Volume 5, number 1, 2011. Flash, Volume 4, number 2, 2011. Justice League, Volume 1, number 3, 2011. Detective Comics, Volume 2, number 15 in 2013. And he did number 27, in 2014. Detective Comics number 27, Special Edition, 2014. Dark Knights 3, The Master Race, 1 through 9. Midtown Comics variant covers, 2015 through 2017. Justice League Dark, number 1 through 4. Batman The Court of Owls, Saga Essential Edition, new cover in 2018. I haven't seen that. I don't think I've seen that, but I want to get that. The Batman Who Laughs, number 1 in 2018. DC's Year of the Villain, number 1 in 2019. Nightwing, Volume 4, number 62. Variant cover, and these were mostly variant covers. That was in 2019. And then for Image, Image United, number 2, 2009. Medieval Spawn, Witchblade, Volume 2, number 2, and that was in 2018. And he has also done some writing. He done writing for Image Comics for The Creech, number 1 through 3, which was his creation. And then Creech Out for Blood, number 1 through 3, which is also his creation. All right, I think that's enough information for Greg Capullo. He's a great artist. And I do have several examples here that I have mentioned in the presentation, I guess you'd call it. This is X-Force number 16. Number 17. Number 18. I actually have 2 copies of this one. There's this came in a poly bag, you know how they do special editions and they put them in the poly bag. I've got one that's still in the bag, and then I've got that one that's out. Quasar number 33. Quasar number 34. And I think it's interesting how they put the GC down here for Greg Capullo, right there. Because that's not how he signs his comics. Not from what I've seen. Okay, that was my Marvel books to show you. Now I'm going to show you some Batman books. This is Batman 38. And I don't know if I'll be able to get you to see this or not, but right down here, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you to see that. You can see it right there where it says Capullo. Very cool book. Batman number 40, and there were several different versions of this. There was a white background, a red background, this blue background, and yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on this one or not, but yeah, there you can see where it says Capullo. Now that's how I shot, how it looks on the covers when the covers come out, and it's got his signature on it. But if you look at the thumbnail on this video, the way he actually signs his name when he does a signature on a book is different because it's not printed like that is. Here's another version of Batman 40. It's kind of cool. The dragon looks like the Joker. And then probably one of my favorites is Batman 51. I really like this cover. This one is Dark Knight Metals #1. This is the midnight release version, I believe it is. And this one is Batman number 32. One of the 75th anniversary Batman covers. Batman's in a spider web there. Sorry about the glare. You can see the 75th anniversary logo right there. And that's the books I have to show you for Greg Capullo. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're enjoying all of these videos that deal with spotlights on comic book artists. I'm enjoying it because I'm learning new stuff all the time and finding out different books that different artists have done that I wasn't aware of that they had worked on. And then to find that I actually have some of them makes it even nicer. So my next spotlight video is going to be, I'm thinking about doing Jim Steranko, but I've got to see it. I'm pretty sure I've got some comics of Steranko's, but I've got to check and see to be sure. But that's kind of what I'm thinking for the next video, just so you know. Please, if you have any suggestions of someone you would like me to do a video on, I have received a couple suggestions. I haven't got a chance to gather a lot of information for the ones that have been suggested, but I am looking into that. One of them being Kat Staggs, I believe is her name. I have done some research on her, and I'm not finding a lot of information on her. And I don't think I have too many, if any, of her books, but I'm going to check into that more and see what I can find. And the other one is, oh man, I can't even think of his name. But anyway, please give me more suggestions. If there's anything different you would like me to do with these videos, I would appreciate any feedback. You know, if there's something that you would rather I wouldn't cover, or something that I would cover that I'm not, or whatever, just, you know, I'm open to suggestion to make these videos better for you guys, because That's what it's all about. It's for you guys more than anything, because I'm just trying to help educate people on different artists and what they do. So with that, we will end this video. I hope everybody has a great week, and I hope the weather doesn't get as bad as they're saying it's going to. But you know how that goes. Anyway, everyone have a great week. God bless, and we will see you all next video.